Order our first board meeting on after our little summer hiatus. Welcome, everybody. September 8th, 2025. And the first business we have is to review the minutes. I take it everybody reviewed them? And from the meeting was when? God.
From June 2nd.
June 2nd. Yeah. I have a motion to accept them as printed.
Oh, man.
So moved.
I will second, and the minutes passed. All in favor?
All in favor?
I'm a little out of practice.
I think everybody was all.
All right, all in favor. Very good. Second. Hello, Elliot. It's Wind Waste Innovations Operational Update. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair, Director Froelich, and the rest of the Board of Health members. Thanks for having me back after the summer break. I got an update since the last meeting on June 2nd. As far as facility operation, we operated at approximately 96% boiler availability, processed 116,000 tons, generated just about 65,000 megawatts. We had 5 unscheduled downtime events during that time frame, totaling 152 hours, and we had 1 scheduled downtime event that was 41 hours in duration. Since the last meeting, the facility has shipped just shy of 18,000, so 17,842 tons of ash to the Wind Waste Shrewsbury facility. I did have another note further down, but we did get the formal request and provide the chart with the updates.
We appreciate that, Elliot.
So we did get that taken care of. On June 24th, there was a radioactive load identified by the scale house that was sent off site for segregation and decay. All protocols were followed. We did make a formal notification to Mass DEP on the 4th of July. We had some issue with the Teamsters strike actually on site that required police detail that weekend, and then actually the past 3 weeks now straight, Republic decided to continue to bring trash, so they've had a police detail at site ongoing. So that's going to remain in place for the foreseeable future. July 21st had a smoke alarm that resulted in the fire department coming to site. No further issues. On the 11th, as I mentioned, we got the formal request regarding the ash numbers, and the reply was sent on Friday. And then between August 30th and the 3rd of September, we had a couple of false alarms for the same pole station in the facility. We worked with our contractor that does all of our fire protection equipment to get that faulty pole station replaced, but just worked with the Saugus Fire Department while we were getting through that electrical issue. I did want to make a note. I believe there'll be a community update being sent out as well, but we are getting all prepped up for a large outage that's going to take place we start Sunday afternoon and go till November 16th. So we'll be taking the turbine offline. It'll be removed for cleaning, repairs, and tuning by the OEM GE Steam Power. And that's basically to continue to ensure reliable and good operations, helping us meet all of our environmental and safety regulations. During this time, we will be venting steam through the silencer, which was installed back in 2021. I know we've had multiple conversations about it. Steam will be visible but not audible during that time. Everything else, as far as the boiler operations, will still be routine. All of our compliance is still always continue to be monitored. During these maintenance activities, we'll still be accepting municipal solid waste with no disruption in service to our customers. I know it will be a question, so just so everybody is just getting ahead of it here. The drag valve, we do have the contractor coming in prior, so they'll be here doing an overhaul on the trim kit, just doing a full once-over on the valve to ensure good reliability throughout the duration of the outage. I do have a couple things for the community updates. We participated in the Chief Jew Memorial Golf Tournament with the fire department, which was a good time. The Saugus Youth Football fundraiser, and then we will have a booth at Founders Day this weekend as well, which will be a good time, and hopefully some people can stop on by. But I think that's all I got right now.
Any questions from the board?
No, Chair, just a few.
You knew it.
You talked about the maintenance activity. When's that gonna be?
Starts. We will be breaker open, so shutting down the turbine at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And right now, the schedule has us coming back on the turbine back online November 16th.
And I know you reported 18,000 tons shipped off-site. Is that 2 months? Is that accumulation of 2 months?
That's since June 2nd. So
Oh, okay.
the whole total since then.
So can you give me just the accounting for August? Do you have that?
I don't have that
Like the
present on
amount,
me.
the amount generated, the amount disposed of, and the amount shipped off.
I can
Can
follow.
you just text that to me?
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yep. Just for August.
Just for August, yeah,
Yeah.
because we have July,
Yeah. Okay.
August, and September we'll have next month, right?
Yep.
Yep, okay, thank you.
We appreciate that. See, those are the kind of things that we really do appreciate as a board and as kind of a town, is that you being forthcoming like that and kind of giving us updates before they happen. You know what I mean? That's kind of what we're looking for. So we really do appreciate that information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, on the agenda, we had the Mass DEP update, and we did have Sean Dunn and Allison Langone scheduled to come in, but unfortunately, they couldn't make it tonight. So John and I got a update, and John will fill everybody in.
Sure, so we got that message this morning at a little before 10 o'clock. So the latest update for the air monitoring station is that Mass DEP's electrician vendor is working with National Grid and the Town of Saugus electrical inspector and is targeting an October installation. The electrician met with National Grid on site a couple of weeks ago and is filing paperwork with the town. So currently, they're undergoing the permitting process with the town. So the ball is rolling, albeit slow, and hopefully everything gets worked up by the middle of October.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, it was really going at a good clip there, and then.
It sure is, and you know what, and
It's what happens.
Well, and you know, and in their defense too, I mean,
Yeah.
they did mention that it was like, okay, we're looking at a fall rollout.
Yeah.
And it, you know, outside of it being to the, you know, hour and minute that we were
No.
expecting, I think they're pretty much on pace, so.
I think that's pretty much expected with anything. They're waiting for an outside vendor.
Good enough for government work, right?
That's it. Thank you. So, the next on the agenda is the tobacco suspension hearing dates. Do you have dates for that, John?
So what I am looking to do tonight, Madam Chair, is, so we, on our July 29th compliance check conducted by Joyce Redford of our Tobacco Coalition, there were 3 violators that were noted in that compliance report, one of which has since paid their fine, and you know, after further research, we found that they were not due for a suspension. So there are 2 current violators that are up for suspension, one being a 7-day suspension, the other being a 30-day suspension. Those 2 establishments are Gateway Newsstands at the mall, that is due for a 7-day suspension, and then on Lincoln Ave, the 7-Eleven there violated again. So they are due for a 30-day suspension. I did talk to the owner multiple times regarding the infraction, and you know, I mean, unfortunately, you know, he's trying to kind of talk his way out of it, and it's just one of those things where, you know, it's happened so many times
Right.
that, you know, we need to really kind of dive a little bit deeper into the operation as to what, you know, what keeps causing this whole kind of thing. And he's turned around and said, well, the district for 7-Eleven has said that I can't turn this off or what have you, but it's just, I don't consider that to be a good enough excuse. So my request to the board tonight is that we schedule tobacco suspension hearings for Gateway Newsstands and for 7-Eleven at the October 6th Board of Health meeting.
Okay, so, motion to schedule the tobacco suspension hearings for October 6th?
So moved.
Aye.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
Okay, and it passes, so we will schedule that.
So I will send those notifications out via certified mail starting tomorrow, and I'll give them a call and let them know. We did get like kind of an impact letter from Gateway Newsstands, admitting to the fault and kind of begging for forgiveness. Oh, hi, how you doing? Are you from Gateway?
Yep.
Oh, okay. How you doing? Good. So yeah, I mean, we're going to be discussing the whole thing, and seeing facts and findings and what have you. If you want to address the board, now'd be the time. But we do appreciate you reaching out as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So, hi everybody, and
Aye.
hi evening.
Good evening.
Members.
Could you just tell us your name, please?
My name is Altaf,
Thank you.
and I'm the owner of Gateway Newsstand. And the incident which happened, it is unfortunate. And being an owner, I accept all responsibility. And I paid the penalty already. And I take some action immediately. Most of the time I'm there now at the busiest hour. And it's my standing order to them that no any product, tobacco product without any ID check. And no bargain of any product, tobacco item.
You have signage, right? You have signage?
Yeah, we have
Yep.
signage.
That's covered you, yeah.
So we did all possible corrective measures, and I hope, I'm determined it will not happen again. And if you want, you can send your inspector off and on very frequently, so they can check it again. And I'm personally, I have 4 kids and myself. I never smoked in my life. And my all kids, they are grown up. Nobody went close to the tobacco. I'm so against to tobacco usage. But this is my business. So it is serious matter, I acknowledge that. And it should not happen. But again, that is an integrated incident. She did a mistake. She apologized to me, she apologized to you, she apologized to you. So that's it that I want to say. I'm with you people, whatever you say, I'm with you. Whatever you want more corrective measure, I'm there.
Thank you.
So, but
Okay,
if you just don't, this is my request, I know you have all the authority, that don't suspend the license, because it will create a lot of, already it is something like, for the one incident I'm paying twice. So,
I understand how
and
that
then
feels.
I already paid a heavy penalty, and this will cause a severe problem with the operation and the employees and everybody. And personally, it will hurt me too.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
Thank you very
you
much.
coming, and we
Appreciate
will
you coming in.
take all things into consideration at the hearing.
Where is Gateway?
At the mall.
At
It's in the mall?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for coming.
Okay, so Terry mentioned that she's ill,
Okay.
but I do have a couple of updates for her, so if you want, we can just jump right into my report and I can kind of go over a bunch of stuff.
Sure, okay, that sounds good. So Terry's not here, and John will cover all that. Thank you.
Like, hey, that's what I'm here for, right? So, just to get Terry's stuff up, so we did schedule several flu clinics for this year. So those dates are going to be the September 19th and the September 26th at the Senior Center. The 19th flu clinic is going to coincide with our annual health and wellness fair, so we're expecting a good turnout there. And then there's going to be an additional flu clinic at Town Hall Auditorium on October 2nd. So those are the 3 dates that we have. We were actually able to secure free vaccine and free workers from Walgreens because they happen to have a bank of money that they hadn't used prior to the fiscal year getting over. So we kind of jumped on that prior to their books closing for the year. So we were able to kind of secure some, some help in that regard.
So will Walgreens be here doing
Walgreens,
it?
so representatives from Walgreens are going to handle all data entry. COVID vaccines will be available as well, but for the most part, yeah, we, and Terry's obviously going to be present as well, but
Sure.
we do have a number of folks from Walgreens coming to help us out.
Perfect.
So that's going to be,
Seems to be the way to go.
Yeah,
lately,
you
to
know what?
contract
I
it
mean,
out.
yeah, exactly.
We from Malden too, we're not.
oh, it's a
just
lot.
It's ridiculous.
It's a lot, I mean, ultimately.
Years gone past,
There you
years gone
go.
by, we were like out of our minds.
Right. Well, you know what, I mean, especially now because, and speaking of years past when, the vaccines weren't as readily available as they are now, you can't just, before
Yeah.
when you couldn't go into just a Minute Clinic or a Walgreens
Yeah.
or a Rite Aid and just be like, oh yeah, let me just hook me up,
Well, it
So-
wasn't available, it was that there was no money to be made.
Right.
And then once the money was
Oh,
to be made,
I remember the vaccine reimbursements were a nightmare too, and
Yeah.
it was just such a pain to
Yeah.
actually get, any of the money back to begin with, so. So yeah, so that's Terry's update as
Great.
far as the flu clinics are concerned.
and those will be on the website and
Yes.
on, okay,
Yep,
great.
so we're gonna put those up on the public health website, we'll also make some notifications in the news tab as well.
Perfect.
So, but just to kind of jump into my stuff, so first and foremost, obviously, I do want to talk a lot about West Nile virus. There was a confirmed human case in Saugus last week, with an additional 3 human cases across the state since then. So up to there, we have had, 2 additional cases. So
Three total.
there's been 4, and with 1 animal case this year. And again, we're trying to stress, as we always do, that, protection against vector-borne disease is first and foremost at this time of year. It is at peak season. We are in a high-risk area and county, and I expect that risk level to continue to rise throughout the remainder of the warm season. The night treatments that were available through our mosquito coalition are stopping on the 10th, so we have officially elapsed our window for treatments at night due to the fact that the ambient temperature is dropping below 55 degrees. So again, we're just imploring folks to make sure that they're taking it seriously. Obviously, we've had a number of positive samplings for mosquitoes this year, 3 being Culex pipiens and then 1 being Culex salinarius. The salinarius genus being the human biting mosquito that we did trap. So again, we're just taking it very seriously this year. We want to make sure that everybody is also doing the same thing. So we are going to have Founders Day. We're going to have a booth there, and we're going to be handing out bits of information regarding, FAQs, frequently asked questions regarding, Triple E and Zika and West Nile virus, as well as handing out some personal protective wipes that we did last year. That was a big hit. So we did order a big cache of those that we're going to be able to give out. As far as Founders Day is concerned, we are going to have a booth. We're going to have a number of different informational brochures that we're going to be handing out, including our new substance abuse coordinator position that was hired a couple of weeks ago. She's been great. And right now we have her working on just kind of keeping her finger on the pulse of the things that are happening at the state level regarding mental health and substance abuse disorder. And she's very, very excited to be a part of the team. So we're happy to have her. And but as far as Founders Day is concerned, we have the typical vendors that are showing up. Harold's Chicken Pies is making their appearance again. So they're going to be setting up where they usually do on Taylor Street next to the town hall. And we're going to do some inspections as they set up, as we usually do. And hopefully our booth is going to be where it was last year, right out here next to the library. So we're excited for that. It looks like a fantastic day. So I hope everybody can come out and enjoy it. As far as everything else that we have going on at the department, it's been a pretty typical summer as far as day-to-day stuff. We're dealing with trash complaints. We have seen a very I shouldn't say sharp dip, but we have certainly seen a dip as far as rodent complaints, which is a good thing. That being said, we are in a Category 2 drought at this point, and typically when the water table resets is when we kind of start to see a little bit of a resurgence as far as complaints and sightings, just because the water table resetting typically will force up surface migration. So we're going to be looking a little bit deeper into that in the coming years, but I'm kind of interested to see what happens after the thaw in 2026. And let's see, so yeah, and other than that, we're just doing some plan reviews for a couple of prospective restaurants, one being at the old Continental site. They're running into a couple of issues with Concom and with planning, so we're trying to keep our finger on the pulse of that as well. There was some deforestation that was done that we wanted to make sure was signed off on by Concom, which turns out it was. There's a couple of things with their plan review from a planning board standpoint that still needs to be worked on. So right now they are under a cease and desist as far as working because they've been kind of, I mean, they've been doing what they do, you know what I mean? They've removed a bunch of stuff and, they're digging without, so anything they can do outside of, the public eye, they're gonna try to do and get ahead of it, so I mean, I don't blame them per se, but at the same time, we have to make sure they're doing it right. But other than that, that's all I really have for the board at this point. Like I said, I wanna make sure that all the residents are understanding that we are taking it very seriously this year as far as West Nile virus. We were the second human case in the state this year, and so we wanna make sure that everybody's again taking precaution and again taking it seriously. Vigilance is kind of the key as far as vector-borne disease is concerned.
Yes.
But that's all I have for the board. If you have any questions for me.
So, when are we expecting the first hard frost to get rid of these mosquitoes?
So typically, it'll usually be halfway through October.
Yeah.
So I would say we're probably in the 6-week range before we're dealing with a really good frost that kills everything off, at which point, we can kind of close the book on 2025 season. We are in way better shape as a state than we were last year. So
Yeah.
last year, we had 19 confirmed human cases and a number of animal cases. So, we're in a little bit better shape as of now than we were last year at this time, so at least you can take solace in that, but ultimately this is peak season, so we're gonna expect there to be a continued, no, that's okay, it's an unknown caller, don't worry about it. Just answer it, let him. No, so like I said, we just implore vigilance for all of our residents, and hopefully
Absolutely.
everybody's taking it seriously, but that's all I have, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Anybody have any, thank you, John. Session for topic not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance of the meeting. Anybody in the audience have anything they wanted to take up? Anybody on the board? No, nothing?
And I do have one other thing, I don't mean to cut in, I know.
Of course you do.
So I did speak with Joyce Redford,
Yes.
and she would like to be in attendance for the hearings as well as to kind of brief the board on some new
Yes.
tobacco control measures that the state is taking.
Okay.
I know we had spoken a little bit about updating some of our regulations in the past, so I do want to make sure that she's on the agenda for the next meeting, so I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Perfect.
All right.
I was hoping that was gonna happen. All right, and that's the update. And any public comment? I'll give you one more chance. No? All right, well, wow. That was quick and painless. You sure that's all you have to say, John? One
All right,
last
well,
chance.
hold on 1 minute.
One last
I
chance.
could probably dig something else out. Let me just take a look. So our next meeting is going to be on the 6th. So if you'd like to make a motion to adjourn to the 6th, Madam Chair.
I would like to make a motion to adjourn until the October 6th meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
And that passes, so good night all.
Bada bing.
Thank you very much.